put your hands together for the handsome, the charismatic and full of josh, Virat Kohli, the co-owner of FC GOA.
Thank you. Thank you. How are you, sir? How are you, ma'am? Good to see you.
Welcome to ISL.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Welcome as a
Pleasure.
owner.
Thank you.
A big warm welcome to you, Virat, and I'm sure everyone is dying to hear a few words from you.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, it's a very exciting moment for me. A big step, getting on board with FC GOA and being a part of ISL, which is, buzzing all over the nation. And everyone's pretty excited for it. And I'm glad to be a part of the FC GOA franchise. As I said, it's a big step for me at this age. And, excited to be a part of a team which looks very exciting to me. I've been involved in all the selections and the auctions and, throughout it all. And I've been really excited by what I've seen. And, as we have Mr. Zico, being the coach of the team, it's going to be, a major advantage for us because he's one of the greatest players to have come out of Brazil and, being called the White Pele as well. And I've always been a fan, and Mr. Robert Pirès as well is glad to have you on board. And your experience, I'm sure, will help the others in the team and build a strong team culture amongst FC GOA. And as I said, very excited looking at the players, and I hope we can get the team spirit going and combine as a unit and go along with the ISL. So really glad to be a part of FC GOA today.
Thank you, Virat. We are very, very glad to have you amongst us. Can we hear it for him again? Thank you. Well, no one likes to stay far from Bollywood. And of course, we at FC GOA neither do. So to give our sporting team a Bollywood face to reckon with, we decided to go with that face that always makes heads turn, always makes women blush, always makes smiles go broader. I'm sure you've guessed it by now. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the man who's so full of energy yet very calm and composed at the same time. Please welcome Varun Dhawan. Can we hear a few words from you, Varun?
Yeah, sure. First of all, it's a huge day for FC Goa. It's a huge day for football and for all the owners of FC Goa and associates. And personally, I want to thank Mrs. Nita Ambani for bringing the ISL to India. And as an Indian, I feel so proud actually on this stage and seeing Zico and Pirès sitting in front of me. I have to say, before coming over here, all my friends were like, hey, Zico is going to be here. Hey, Pirès is going to be here. Hey, Zico is going to... I said, yeah, but I'm going as the representative. मेरे बारे में कोई पूछ लो ना. He's like, नहीं, Zico, Pirès. So I was like, the excitement is insane and over the charts. I'm very privileged, I think, to be associated with a club that has such wonderful and established owners. And Virat also being a part of it makes it even better, being the sporting legend that he is and he will become in the coming of years. So I think it's a great opportunity for the youth to take lessons and to learn and be invested. Okay, this is a little starstruck moment, but I've obviously seen Pirès play a lot earlier, and I'm hoping that he's going to repeat his winning campaign like he did in earlier leagues over here in India as well. And it's a great privilege, sir, that you're here as well. And I hope that you're going to bring all your expertise and experience and make FC Goa the first champions of ISL. So thank you everyone for coming, and I'm sure you're going to have a very, very exciting season from FC Goa this year.
Thank you so much, Varun. And I'm sure many young girls will now start watching football with you and Virat being a part of FC Goa. All right. Moving on, now that we have the entire FC Goa family here up on stage, let's move on to the most integral segment of this star-studded afternoon, the unveiling of the official jersey for Team FC Goa. May I request Mrs. Nita Ambani to kindly do the honors. Could I also call Zico and Robert Pirès up on stage, please? We will be unveiling the jersey, the official jersey of FC Goa. We'd like the entire FC Goa family to be a part of it. What a proud moment, ladies and gentlemen. Can we hear a huge round of applause? There we have the official jersey of FC Goa.
My question is for Virat. Virat, as a sports person, how important do you think having a big name coach or a coach who has probably achieved more than you have, how much of a difference does it make to a dressing room?
Well, I think it makes a lot of difference to the players, especially the Indian players, to be coached by Mr. Zico. The kind of experience he has, the skill level he's seen, and the kind of players he's worked with. I think if he can, get that into FC Goa, the Indian players especially, are going to benefit big time from it. And that's at the end of the day, that's what you need as a sports person, to feed off someone else's experience and to learn as much as you can. And someone as experienced as Mr. Zico, as I said, will be great for FC Goa. So it plays an important part, a very important part for the player's psyche to be correct, to be going into the game. So if a coach can give you confidence and make you feel good about your ability, I think that's all you need at the end of the day.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. This is Vinay and Naidu from Lokmat here. I have a question for Mr. Dempo and also Varun. Mr. Dempo, you having done so much for the game, even without this fanfare all these years, how do you personally see ISL a year down from here? And Varun, you already pumped up the volume at the launch itself when you said if it's not Goa, it cannot be football. So, going forward from here, would we see you at all the games, and are you going to go with a gang, or how would it be for you as a fan personally?
As far as the game goes, we've tried to sustain the game of football for the last 4 or 5 decades, and it has been challenging. The journey has been challenging. It has been. All of you all are aware that there's no revenue in football. Apart from earning the revenue and reinvesting it back into football is something that we are looking at. And that's something that ISL holds a lot of promise. As we said earlier, grassroots development, building of infrastructure. ISL is not only marketing. It goes much beyond that. Actually, the ISL team has come into Goa and advised us what else we need to do in the stadium. So once infrastructure and grassroots development go hand in hand, and if we have great people like Zico who come and do serious football here, I think there's a lot of promise. And that's what we are looking at, in the Dempo football team, so that as FC Goa, there is a lot of synergy between FC Goa, Dempo and Salgaocar football team. So that's what we are looking for in this long journey.
For me, personally, as a fan who's been a football fan for a long time, watched a lot of football on TV, I'm getting a chance to come out there and cheer for footballers from within my country, from the grassroots level, for these young boys from Goa who I had the great privilege of meeting at the launch. So for me, I want to go there and see them shine. And obviously under the guidance of Zico and Pirès being there, it's an amazing opportunity for these boys. So yeah, I'll be trying to attend as many games as possible from my schedule, and I will be definitely, because I think the live atmosphere in a stadium is something else. I had the good fortune of watching Messi live when he had come down to Kolkata, and that was like one of the most outstanding experiences of my life. So I'm sure when I get to see Pirès play and all our young Goan footballers, I'm sure we'll be making a lot of stars on the pitch, and I want to go there and support these boys.
विराट, सवाल आपसे है। अंकुर त्यागी जी न्यूज़ से बात कर रहा हूँ। आपसे अभी आईएसएल के साथ जुड़ना जस्ट एक क्लिक था कि एक बिजनेस वेंचर आ रहा है, उसके साथ जुड़ना, या शुरुआत से जब आईएसएल अनाउंस हुआ था तब आपने फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन के साथ इसके साथ जुड़ने की प्लानिंग करी थी? दूसरा सवाल, अभी हाल ही में आपने एक लंबा अपना खुद का जो क्रिकेट ट्रेनिंग सेशन है वो सचिन के साथ बिताया, वो एक्सपीरियंस क्या रहा? दोनों सवालों के जवाब।
वेल, पहले जैसे आपने कहा आईएसएल जब अनाउंस हुआ उस टाइम मुझे इतना आइडिया था नहीं कि लीग कैसे कंडक्ट होगा, कैसे रन किया जाएगा, लेकिन जब मुझे समझ आया, जब एफसी गोवा फ्रेंचाइज के साथ मेरा बातचीत हुई और उसके बाद, तो मुझे काफ़ी अच्छा लगा उसका आइडिया, और मैंने सोचा कि मेरा जो इंटरेस्ट है फुटबॉल में उसके रीज़न के लिए और इस स्पोर्ट को इंडिया में ग्रो करने के लिए और जैसे मैंने कहा एक बिजनेस वेंचर के तौर पे भी मैं जुड़ना चाहता था इसके साथ, तो ये मेरी थिंकिंग थी उसके पीछे। और बाकी मैंने आपको प्रैक्टिस का पहले ही जवाब दे दिया है कि जितना मैंने उनके साथ काम किया है काफ़ी अच्छा रहा है। थोड़ी बहुत बातें करी उनसे उनके करियर के बारे में, उनके माइंडसेट के बारे में, तो काफ़ी हेल्पफुल रहा मेरे लिए। थैंक यू।
Good afternoon. My name is Dev and I'm from DNA. My question is to Mr. Dempo. Firstly, what is the concept behind the logo? And the second question is to Virat. As we know, India being a cricket-frenzy nation, cricket has reached to a pedestal where it already needs to be. And now non-cricketing sports such as football needs to be promoted. So you, in your personal capacity as a co-owner, what measures are you personally taking to try and promote the sport and bring it to the same level which cricket is today?
As far as the logo is concerned, it draws inspiration from the animal gaur. And gaur is the state animal of Goa. So as the promoters were sitting one day, we said, we're discussing on various concepts and we came. And all that the state animal signifies, its attack, its aggressiveness, I think all this is needed in the game of football. And that's what it stands for. And I'm sure with, our team concept and, with our coach and all the marquee players, I'm sure we'll live up to this symbol.
Well, as we all know, cricket is probably the sport that's being played by most people in India, and it's obviously reached its level of, commercial, heights and in terms of interest as well with the people. So it's been going on for a while. I mean, there's no denying that. But what I can do personally to promote football in India is, as I said, to come on board with FC Goa franchise and to show as much interest as I can and be involved at the games, be present at the games. And one more thing good about this league is, as you've seen, IPL. A lot of people are against it. A lot of people don't like it. But what it's done is, it's given confidence to the younger players playing with the best, along with the best in the world, that they have the confidence to go out there and perform at that level. So I think this is what the ISL is going to do. When you get a chance to play with, legends of the game, you feed off their talent, you feed off their experience, you learn as much as you can from them, and your confidence level goes up. And at the end of the day, in sport, if you have confidence, you probably can achieve anything. It's all about your mental setup. So I think that's going to help footballers in India immensely. And because of this league, you will see the level of football in India going higher, and the interest of people coming in as well. So the skill level is going to certainly improve. The confidence of the players, the infrastructure. So the ISL is a great step towards making football a major sport in India, and I'm all for it. I'm going to have 100% commitment and support towards it.
All
Mr.
right.
Dhoot.
I think we'll end the session now. All right, last question.
Actually two. One is for Mr. Dhoot. FC Goa is the only franchise which has got a dedicated TV channel. Could you explain that? Because it's just a launch. It's a league that's just launching. So in terms of content, it will be very difficult to, what will you be showing on it? And second to Virat, are you an investor in terms of, are you putting money into it, or is it a sweat equity thing?
Yeah. Football is number one in the world. And as you know, India, we call cricket as our religion. Dharm. Cricket is dharm, cricket is religion. Then Nita Ambani inspired football also. She said, India is a secular country. You can't have one dharm over here, one religion over here. Football also should come, all others should come. So she sponsored, she as the main director or giving the direction in the football, and we all join, and now you will see that football will become again like cricket in India. Thank you.
What was your question again? Sorry. To me.
Are you putting money behind it? Often you have these kind of arrangements where it's a sweat equity. So is there actually your investment going in from a personal level?
I think that's a very confidential issue. I wouldn't like to comment on it on public. You can smile as much as you want, but you won't get an answer.
All right, I think we'll call it an end to the media session. Thank you so much, Mr. Dhoot, Mr. Salgaocar, Mr. Dempo, Virat and Varun. Thank you so much
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
for being so kind with your answers. Want a picture? Wow, that was a fantabulous afternoon, a glitzy and sporty afternoon with some of the biggest names of almost every industry all gathered here under the same roof.
The idea is to make it stand out, to make it look different, and to make casual clothes, simple clothes look